Yes, my people. So obviously, it's a new week, and I'm just trying to think how I can increase brand visibility, moving forward. Obviously, from last week to the week before, we didn't really increase our sales. We actually sold less, but it is what it is. However, looking at everything and focusing on what I can do within my time and what actions I can take to move the needle further, and what actions I should prioritize to make the brand grow, it always goes down to content. Content is king with everything. I've always said it, and even from at the level we are at, the content that the strategy of creating content has been able to give us sales so far. And I'll give you a few examples. Getting content has allowed us to build up our social media page on TikTok, for example. That content has obviously helped convert people buying from TikTok. We've also been able to repurpose that content onto our product page, and that has obviously increased conversion because that helps with social proof when we add UGC style videos onto our product page. So that has helped. So when we think about it, content has helped grow the business so far. So we need to continuously prioritize that, right? That is something I can do that doesn't exactly need money. So for example, worrying about scaling our marketing budget, we can focus on scaling our content strategy, innit? So that is the main priority. So if you don't know, the plan was reaching out to creators / our customer avatar on TikTok. So not exactly professional creators, but just people that are within our customer avatar, and asking them, would you be okay shooting content in exchange for a free sample? We've sold it to say, listen, it's a great way for you to build up your portfolio, especially if you're a new creator. In exchange as well, we'll obviously repurpose your content on our page, we'll tag you, and you can join the affiliate program. So joining the affiliate program, they'll be able to make a commission on TikTok. So that's done okay, nothing crazy, but we've been able to gather some content that's helped us with conversions with our sales so far. So that's a positive. However, it's been a hit and miss because again, we're not reaching out to professional creators. However, there's been an upside and a downside. The upside is we've been able to acquire content, authentic content, for barely nothing, just for exchange of a sample. However, two, the downside is the quality is not great, and some of the creators have not really been shooting content, so they just took the sample and we've not got nothing in return. And obviously there's loads of reasons. One, because we're not paying for a service, so they're not obliged to. Two, they're not professional creators, right? So you know what I mean, like they're not really what do you expect out, right? But we've made it work. However, looking at the data, last couple weeks I sent 5 samples, only 2 creators made samples, made content, right? So not the best. So thinking moving forward this week, trying to think again what I can do. I'm thinking, you know what, still need to focus on content. However, there's a few things we ain't done yet. One, my Instagram page is dead. I've got like 4 followers. I've got 2,000 on TikTok, but my Instagram page is completely dead. And I'll be real, I haven't really done anything on it. I have posted a few reels on there, I've got nothing, right? So obviously I need to work on building up that social presence, because now that I've put a meta ad this week as well, when you're running ads, it's obviously going to be linked to your Facebook page or Instagram page. Of course, it's going to send them to your landing page, your product page. However, they also have the option to research and check your brand. So if they click on like the Instagram or like Facebook icon to your page, they can still get to your page. And if they get to my page and there's 2 followers, 3 followers, they might think we're scammy. They might think we're not a legitimate brand. You know, it's not really given any authority, right? So we do need to find a way to build up that social media presence for sure. So my thought process now is, Zach, you still need content creators. Why don't you use the same strategy you was using on TikTok but on Instagram, where we're still doing cold outreach on Instagram. We're reaching out to creators, we're asking them if they will shoot content, exchange of a sample. If they do, then one, you know, they can tag our Instagram page, so that will get traffic. Again, we can entice them through the affiliate program. So essentially, there's a plugin on Shopify where you can add them as affiliates. So they don't exactly need to be on TikTok. They can also be on Facebook, Instagram, it's just a link, and basically we track where the traffic comes from, and it automatically pays them through Shopify. So I can entice them through that as well. But the whole idea again is we can get content, repurpose it on the same platform, Instagram, grow our following, grow our social media, also get some decent creators, because I found like Instagram, there's better content creators comparison to TikTok. I found like within my niche as well. Remember, my customer avatar is 25 years old plus, and what I found, oh sugar, I need to pay the toll. Let me quickly pay the toll. Sorry my peeps, I had to pay the toll. So again, yeah, one thing I've realized is that on Instagram it's more of an older group, and again my customer avatar is 25 years old plus. So what I find as well, when I'm looking for creators or people to help shoot content, I have to filter through a lot of underage people, right? A lot of creators that are like 19, 20, 17, 16, and that's not my target avatar. My target avatar is 25 years old plus. So I've already had a quick scout on Instagram, and most of the creators that the micro influencers that are under 20k, even 10k, even 5k, like I can see they're within that age group, and it just makes sense getting creators within that match my avatar, to the T. So looking at all of it, all of them kind of direct to, you know what, Zach, that's a thumbs up, I think you should do that. It kind of ticks all the boxes with building up the social presence, getting like a decent creators within your customer avatar, and then essentially, result within those taking action, the result should be getting content. And again, people, remember, content is king. The more content we have, the more we can repurpose on our page, the more we can use on running ads. So I've said it a lot, and I am gonna carry on saying it, but I think with e-commerce, the main focus should just be getting as much content as you can. And if you're a new brand like me and you don't have much capital, you got to do it the cheapest possible. And I'm a proof that you can do it on a budget, and yeah, with a bit of persuasion, with a bit of teamwork, a bit of network, a bit of persistence, with outreach, I'm sure we can get people to work with us, and we can carry on acquiring customers for as cheap as possible for now, and then later on down the line, when there's a decent cash flow, we can really go heavy on paid marketing. Anyways, my people, that's pretty much the update. Hopefully by the end of the week, we've got some creators on Instagram, or maybe increased our followers, and I'll give you an update again, obviously, about how the sales go. Anyways, people, peace and love, more life. I hope you have a great week. The sun is out, and yeah, if you are building your own online business while working your 9 to 5, just keep going, keep pushing, because that's what it's all about, right? It's all about taking that action towards your goals. Again, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you lot in the next one.